I'm sat on like a wet patch of my bed because I spilled a drink. But hi. So today we are gonna do just a very simple, kind of like an everyday like makeup look for autumn. I switched up the lip to what I would probably normally do just because honestly I feel like I should be wearing more like darker lips, just anything that isn't nude. I feel like I should be branching out a little bit because I always think that I do when I buy lip colours like this and then I never use them. So we're using them in this video today anyway. I'm testing out a couple new products here as well. I'm so excited. We've got some Rimmel that we can finally use and just like a couple other products that I've been enjoying at the moment and some new things as well as the Rimmel. I forgot to say it. So grab your beverage, or did I say it? I can't even remember, but grab your beverage anyway, relax and enjoy the video. We're gonna get straight into it. So my skin's just feeling like a little bit extra dry at the moment. I don't know if it's because like the weather's changing. So I've already done like my morning skincare and everything as normal, but I am gonna use a hydrating primer as well. So I'm gonna use one of my favorites. This is the NYX Bear With Me. And this one has an SPF in it and it also has hemp in it as well, which is really good for hydration. I'm a big fan of hemp actually. I've been incorporating it into my skincare recently as well, and I've just noticed just like my skin kind of when I go to bed and then when I wake up in the morning it just seems like a lot more hydrated than it usually was before. But now we've got the weather changing again. Oh, I love this primer. So brows are not done and brows are probably not going to get done, just being honest. So for foundation, I'm quite excited actually because if you follow me on Instagram you would have already seen the reel. I'm going to use 2 of the 3 Rimmel products that I got the other day. So if you didn't already know, Rimmel are officially cruelty free now. Thank God. They've stopped selling in mainland China and they have been officially like certified as cruelty free. So I was so happy about that. I'm just waiting for Maybelline, I'm waiting for L'Oreal and just like other brands, like especially drugstore brands. Like I'm really just hoping just really go cruelty free. So like I said, I've already tested some of these products out on a reel for Instagram. So I'm going to use them in today's video. I'm just not going to use the concealer because as we saw in my last video, I've got a bunch of new concealers to try at the moment, so I'm going to use one that I haven't even tried yet. Use the Kind and Free Skin Tint, and I got the shade Golden Beige, which is 210. They did actually have quite a few shades. Like I got this from Boots when I purchased mine, and they did have like quite a good shade range, and like the undertones did actually look fairly good as well, which, I mean, I haven't used Rimmel for a long time, obviously. I did stop using them for like skin products, like foundation, concealer, stuff like that, just because like even before I went cruelty free, just because the shade ranges just were terrible and like the undertones just weren't it, and I could never find anything for me basically, and I could just never find anything for my skin tone personally. So it was nice to see like a wider shade range. I think that is still something that drugstore brands do kind of lack, but I think they are getting a little bit better. So this is just a very nice, natural, everyday, just a very, very lightweight foundation. It's got literally like light coverage. You can build it to, I'd say, medium, but with skin tints, I don't see the point in like building it. Like it's a skin tint for a reason. We are going to keep it fairly natural-ish for today's video, just because I'm just doing like that. Kind of like my go-to, I guess, like my go-to makeup for like this time of the year. It does wear really nicely throughout the day. I've tested this, I think this is my 3rd time using it. They did have a like Radiant Skin or something like that foundation, but I just didn't want to buy too much because we know I don't need any more makeup. But I just, out of the 2, I was like, I wear like tinted moisturisers more than actual foundations now, so I'm happy with this. And look at that glow that it gives. It's so nice. I'm really, really happy with this. So big fan of that. Obviously, if you want to put more on, you want a bit more coverage, go for it. But I'm hoping that the concealer is going to do that for us today. So I'm going to try out the Kat Von D, I don't know what it's called. Yes, I do. Lightweight full coverage concealer. So if you watched my last video, my little vlog, we went on a little shopping spree and I did get this, and I got the shade Medium 129. This I haven't actually used. It's so hard to open. Neither that or I'm just so weak. It's probably that I'm weak. So I haven't actually opened it. Ooh. I love the doe foot. It's so strange. Maybe you can see if I do that. It's like a little shoe. So let's Oh, this shade looks like it's gonna be good actually. I'm so terrible with like concealer shades. Like foundation, I feel like I'm not awful at. I'm not the best, but I'm also not terrible. So let's get this blended out. So I probably should have done it on one side. Let's see. Because we know I like, oh, maybe I didn't need that much. Just blend this out. Definitely did not need to, like that would have covered I think both of my under, wow. Yeah, that would have covered I think both of my under eyes. I definitely put way too much on, I just didn't think. That looks so nice under there. And that is full cover, like that is full coverage. I feel like I haven't tried a concealer that is this full coverage in a long time. Bye bye to my dark circles. It's kind of giving me like Jouer vibes, but more full coverage than Jouer, and that's still my favourite concealer ever. I'm impressed with that. Okay, where were we? I just took a quick break. I went to eat because I just did concealer, didn't I? So obviously I didn't set the powder before I left, so it has creased a little bit. So I would obviously, I mean, I always set my under eyes anyway. I always set my concealer, but I am going to set them after, just because I'm going to do cream blush first, and then I'm going to go in with some powdered products. So for blush, I'm going to use the Beauty Crop Juice Pop Lip and Cheek Tint, and this is the Grape shade. I use this, I think, have I used it on my channel before? I know I've done a reel with this. I can't remember if I've used it. Yeah, you need the tiniest bits. That's probably too much. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator brush. They are really good for cream products, so I really like that. I feel like this is perfect for autumn. So moving on to, actually let me set the under eyes. Let's get these under eyes set because they are creasing quite a bit. So I haven't used this powder in like a few months, I think. It's the Rare Beauty setting powder. This is the one in the shade Light. Yeah, I remember really liking this powder. I just completely forgot that I had it. It got pushed like to the back of my drawer. Completely forgot about it. So I'm going to use my powder puff. I'm just gonna let that bake just because that concealer is so full coverage, and like I said, it was creasing like a little bit. So I'm gonna leave it to bake for a quick second. While that's baking, I think I might move on to the eyeshadow and then do like the rest of the face like afterwards. So I'm gonna use my favorite. This is the Rare Beauty eye primer. I'm not doing too much eyeshadow, to be honest. It's just gonna be very light makeup for the eyes. This is from like a brush collection from Superdrug. I think it's the Mulan brush set. I don't like baking too much anymore just because my skin is literally so dry now, so I don't want to make it worse. And this is a new concealer as well, so I don't know how, if it's going to be drying or anything, so just tap that in with my Real Techniques brush. I also forgot to say grab your beverage. So okay, so I'm gonna do the absolute bare minimum with eyeshadow. I'm literally just using one shade, so just take literally any eyeshadow palette. You can even use your bronzer for this, like it's not, you don't need like a specific palette, but I'm just gonna use the Secret Treasure palette from Kash Beauty. So it's just like, it's a very good quality eyeshadow palette, and then it's just all your bronzy warm tone shades. So I'm gonna take a dark brown, but I kind of wanted it to be a little bit warm at the same time. So this is like, it's like a burnt ready brown. It's the shade Tomb there. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna use my favorite brush to do this from Brushworks, and it's just like a little eyeliner brush, I guess, but I love it for doing like just like a little winged liner like this. So I'm gonna take that, and then I literally, because of the shape of the brush, you can literally just stamp it. So I'm just gonna do it like there, and then you can see like the wing is pretty much already done. And then take the corner of the brush, do the same on the other side. I told you this is gonna be the most simple eye look ever. And then just going to tightline, and I'm just going to use the LA Girl Glide On Liner. This is just the black one. I do have a brown one as well, but I am just tightlining, so. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with the new Rimmel Wonder Volume Thrill Seeker Mascara. I think it's new anyway. It's new-ish. I don't know. It was in like the new section anyway on the stand. So yeah, like I said, I've tested this on my Instagram. So I do really like it. I feel like it's a very good everyday mascara, but when I first tried it the other day, when I tested it for my reel, I actually had like eyeshadow on, and you could still like see it as well. And I feel like that's how you can really test kind of like the, not just the length, but also the volume of your mascara, as well as obviously if your lids are kind of covered, and then to see if you can see the volume. Your lashes up as well. I know I have just curled mine, but I feel like even without, I feel like I can tell just kind of from how it brushes up your lashes. Like I can feel it actually holding the lashes up in place as well. Literally, look at that. Look at the difference. That's the eyes done there. Just to finish off the rest of the face, I use one of my old favourite powdered bronzers. This is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalk'r bronzer in Private Island. I haven't used this in so long, but this used to be like my favourite bronzer, like ever. Oh yeah, this is literally still. I see why this was my favourite bronzer. Like I think at one point this literally took over from my Ilia bronzer. And my Elsie bronzer. Actually, did it take over Elsie? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to start using this again. Obsessed. Okay, then for powdered blush, we're doing everything today, okay? We're doing absolutely everything. For powdered blush, just to go with the liquid blush that I used, this is one of my favourites. This is from Colourpop. It's their Disney like designer collection, and this is their powdered blush in the shade Kissin' a Frog. I love the packaging. It's obviously from Princess and the Frog, but yeah, Tiana looks so nice in like the artwork that they did on there. I love it. Anyway, this is one of my favourite powdered blushes, and what I like about this as well is because I feel like my skin was getting quite matte, but this blush has such a nice glow and a nice sheen to it. There's no glitter in it whatsoever. It just gives the nicest like flush. Love it. I forgot how much I loved. Maybe I should go back to powders for a little bit and just have like a rest from creams. Okay, then to set everything and just get a bit more hydration back into the skin, I'm going to use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Setting Spray. Okay, and then last we just have lips to do. So for lip liner, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip liner in... There is no shade name on this, I don't understand, but it's the dark brown one. I don't know if they still sell this collection. Can't remember, but I found this in TK Maxx anyway. Like a set of all the lip liners, so if you can find it, it's a good set. They've got one of my favourite nude like lip liners in that set. Like I swear all of my favourites are all like limited edition things. Okay, so of course my battery decided to die out on me as I was doing the lips, so I don't think the last clip saved. But for lipstick, I used the Smashbox lipstick in the shade Baddest, which is this really nice kind of like, it's like a dark like plummy brown, because I feel like it's got a bit of like a warm like reddy undertone in it as well. So I love this lipstick. These are so comfortable, so creamy. I love them. And I feel like it goes with that lip liner like quite well as well. So that is it. That's it for the video, thank God, because if any other clips didn't save, I would have cried. I hope you enjoyed as always. Let me know if you've tried any of these stuff, if there's any new products that you want me to try. Also, I've been getting more into my skincare, I feel. Like, I mean, I'm already into my skincare, but I've been like doing more research on my skincare, so I think I'm going to switch up my skincare routine again. So if there's any like good like skincare like products that you guys like, that for dry skin especially, because I'm dry as fuck, then let me know. Any of the video ideas, as always, throw them at me. I'm here. And yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.